and welcome to Atrial Physiotherapy YouTube channel. This is going to be a yoga practice to celebrate nature. We're going to open our heart to nature. Nature at this moment, springtime, it's all about growth and abundance, and I just want us to really open and celebrate this beautiful time of year. So without any further ado, let's get down onto our mat. We're going to start with two blocks. Don't worry if you haven't got blocks. You can either use books or you can just do it on the floor. It doesn't have to. You don't have to have blocks. You're just going to place one block underneath your thoracic spine, between your shoulder blades, and one block for your head. Get yourself nice and comfy. And then if you want to, you can bring the soles of your feet together just to create a little bit of inner thigh stretch too. And then palms up to the ceiling, either in this position, or if you want to and you have the range of movement, you can bring your arms to cactus arms here. And then we're just going to sink down into this pose. Don't be worried if you haven't got your hands down on the ground, and if this feels too uncomfortable for the shoulders, then take it back to just the palms facing up to the ceiling with the arms down by your side. And then just close your eyes and let's take some nice, really deep breaths here. On that out breath, really trying to sink down over the top of your block, just allowing yourself to become really present and really grounded in this moment. So big breath in, breath out. Leaving your day at the door, bringing yourself into this practice, really focused and present. One more big breath here, nice cleansing breath. Sinking down, opening out the heart. Good. And then bring the hands just down, close the knees, roll onto one side and take the blocks away. Take your hands back to the cactus arms that we've just had, and keeping the knees drawn together, just let both knees rock over to the left hand side. Let them open out your side of the body down the right hand side, and with your top leg, just straighten that top leg and just let it hang. Keep your right shoulder blade down, and then just take a nice big breath here. On the out breath, just create that little bit more movement, little bit more stretch. Good. Bend this knee back in, bring yourself back through the middle to the opposite side. Find the rotation first, then straighten your top leg and just let the weight of your leg do a little bit more stretching here. Keep the shoulder blade of this left shoulder down on the ground. See if you can really open out through the whole of this side body. Big breath. Big breath out. Good. Bend that knee back in again. Bring everything back to the center. Just hug your knees into your chest and then just rock yourself up into sitting. Well done. You can stay sitting where you are. I'm just going to come here just so that you can see what we're doing. And we're just going to take your right leg out away from you, and your left leg comes in and the foot just sits on that thigh there. And take your right arm down to the calf or wherever it reaches. Left arm reaches up to the ceiling. Stretch a little more out of your waist, and then side bend over, reaching that right hand towards the right foot, opening out through the side body of this left hand side. Big breath here. And on the out breath, just see if you can look underneath that armpit. Not really much movement happens, but you just really open out the heart and just find a little bit of rotation there. It just stops you actually bringing that shoulder forward. So just really opening and lengthening here. And then bring this hand all the way back down. And then with your right hand, you're going to swoop forward, push yourself up and lift up to the sky. Bring yourself back down. Well done. And again, reach up to the sky. Good. And bring it back down. Weight bearing through this left arm, pushing away. Push the hips forward, try and find some extension through the back body. And come back down, last one. Big breath in. And big breath out. Well done. Just come to 2 knees crossed. Sit tall out of your waist. Big breath in. Big breath out. Bring hands down to the ground. Good. Left leg goes out straight. Right leg comes in to the thigh. Reach up with that right hand. Left hand just comes to the inner part of this leg. And then we side bend over again. Find length through the side body. Don't be tempted to rotate forwards. Big breath in. And on the out breath, just turn your head just to look underneath this armpit here. And reach up and look. Take your gaze up to the sky. Big breath in. Big breath out. Find more length through the side body. Good. And then bring yourself back up to the top. Push down through your right hand. Reach up and open out. Push the hips forward. And then bring it back down. Good. Big breath in. Push up, push the hips forward. Look to the sky. And breath out. And again, breath in. Feel that body move. Breath out. One more time. Big breath in. Open up your heart to the sky. And breath out. Good. Bring those knees back together. Reach up with a big breath in. Breath out. Good. Just take the hands behind your back and clasp them. And then just open out your heart here. Just a big breath in, a little back bend. And breath out. One more time. Open out the heart space. Push it forward. Open through the whole of the front body. And breath out. Well done. Just rock forward onto your knees and come up into 4-point kneeling. I'm going to stay facing you, but you can be along your mat. Okay, so 4-point kneeling, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Just do a couple of cat-cow. Big breath in. Big breath out. Push the back body up to the sky. Breath in. Let the head lift, let the back just gently drop towards the ground. Breath out. Push the backbone up to the sky. Open between your shoulder blades. One more time. Breath in. Breath out. Take your right leg and take it out to the side. Ground down through that foot and then push yourself up into open gate posture. Reach up with your left arm up to the sky. Have this hand just resting on the thigh, don't weight bear through it. Reach up to the sky and then side bend over. Big breath in. On the out breath, just look underneath that arm very slightly. Tiny rotation through that upper body, but that really creates this beautiful side body stretch. One more time, big breath in. Breath out, reaches up and you go down into side plank. Lift up your right leg. Good, we're going to flow from one to the other. Breath in opens you out. Breath out takes you down. Breath in. Breath out. One more. Breath in. Find that side body length. Breath out. Lift the leg. Hold it here. Good. Put the foot down. Come back up. Hands onto the hips. Grow tall through the body. And then find your 4-point kneeling. Well done. Take your left leg out to the side. Ground down through the foot. Use your centres to bring you up. Feel long. Draw out through this hip. Reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Don't weight bear through the left. Reach up and big breath to take you over to the side. Big breath in. On that out breath, just look up to the sky. A little tiny rotation through the body here creates this lovely length through the side body. Big breath. Breath out. Find a little more. One more time. Breath in. Breath out. Come through the middle. Place your right hand down and lift your left foot off the floor. Good. Let's flow between these. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Don't let that shoulder come forward. Breath out, stay here. Find length upwards to the sky with the hand and lengthen through this leg. And then come back to open gate posture. Be tall and long through your centre. Be connected to the universe through that thread up to the ceiling. And then find your 4-point kneeling. Well done. I'm just going to turn to the edge of my mat so you can see. Okay, take your right leg out behind you. Bring that right foot through and come into a nice open position through this hip. Good. Be open through your heart space here. Lovely. And then we're going to come from here, just back to your midpoint. And just bring your hands to your heart. Okay, so we're going to breathe in with a little bit of a back bend. Open out your heart, lift up through the chest, but sink down through the hips. Good. Breath in. Breath out. Open the heart, open the shoulders, little back bend here. Big breath in. Try not to collapse through these hips, so we shouldn't see this plonking down. Control it all the way. Good. Breath in. Gather that energy into the heart and release and open out the heart. And again, breath in. And breath out. Open out the heart. Hold it here. Well done. Come back to your midpoint. That left arm now reaches up to the sky. And side bend over to the right. And then let the legs come down so that back hip now opens. Stay here. Good. Come back to the centre. Stay in that low position. Take your hands behind, clasp them, open out the heart, and just slightly lean forward. Good. Stay connected in the centre. And then put your hands back down onto the ground and take that knee back to 4-point kneeling. Well done. Let's take the other foot. Left leg behind and then bring it through between your hands. Come up and find that low position. And then come up and find the higher position. Well done. Bring your hands to your heart. Good. Breath in. Breath out. Takes you down. Little back bend. Open out the arms. Big breath in. Gather the air. And gather it into the heart space. Breath out. Little heart lift. Good. Big breath in. And as you open the arms, you sink a little deeper through those hips. Keep control. One more time. Bring that energy into the heart space. Breath out takes you forward. Hold it here. Good. Bring your hands behind your back. Open out through the heart. Lift. But then just lean slightly forward. Tuck the chin in. And put the hands back down to the ground. Take yourself back to 4-point kneeling. Well done. Let's just find our low plank. So taking the hands slightly further forward and bring the pelvis down. Drop the shoulders and find the connection between your centre here. Make sure that you're not collapsed here. We've got real integrity in that centre. Elbows come down towards the body as your nose goes forward. Lower yourself to the ground. Good. Big breath in, cobra stretch. Lift it up. Open through the heart, drop the shoulders. Breath out, lets it come down to the ground. And again, big breath in. Drop the shoulders. Breath out takes you down. Good. Bring your right hand across at sort of 45 degrees. And take the left hand just to the side of your body. And this time we're just going to literally do like a cobra with a little bit of a rotation. So breath in, push away from that left hand and just lift your body up, but keep your left hip anchored into the ground here. So this stays down as you push away from the ground. Find rotation. Good. Breath out takes us down. And again, breath in, open through the heart. Find some rotation and extension through that thoracic spine. And breath out takes you down. One more time. Push away from the ground. Find rotation. Lovely. The head just goes with you here. And then breath out takes you down. Let's change. We'll just come back and do a couple of active little cobra stretches here. So hands come off the ground with you. So tuck the chin in, big breath in, back, arms, hands come off the ground, breath out. And again, breath in, open through the heart, find some nice movement in that upper back, breath out. Good. Take your left hand across the front of your face. Take the right hand onto the ground beside you. Breath in takes you up. Find rotation. But remember to keep that right hip down to the ground. And breath out takes you down. And again, breath in, rotate, lift up. And breath out takes you down. And again, breath in, breath out. One more time, big breath in, find rotation, open out the heart, And breath out. Takes you down. Well done. Take your hands back to either side of the body. This time just an active, lifting up, pushing through the ground, finding some nice movement, and lower back down. Well done. You're going to push through the ground, so tuck your toes underneath, push through the ground and come all the way up to down dog. All the way back. This is the first time we've been in down dog today, so just paddle through your feet, just to find some length. Push your hands away from the ground, lengthen through the back, soften your knees if you need here, find some nice length. Good. And then this time reach up with your right foot up to the ceiling, and bring that right foot through and find your runner's lunge. And from runner's lunge, come up into crescent moon. Brilliant. So keeping that back foot onto your toes and yourself nice and buoyant, bring your hands to your heart space. Good. And breath in, sink a little deeper, open out your heart, lift up, breath in. Breath out, bring it back. And again, breath in. Little back bend here, breath out. One more time, big breath in. Breath out. This is too challenging. Just pop your back knee back down onto the ground and do what we did just a moment ago. Bring your left hand up to the ceiling. And here, reach up and then reach over. See if you can find some side body length, keeping nice and stable. Keep your gaze nice and firmly onto something that will help you balance here. Good. Breath in, breath out. And then take both hands behind your back, clasp them. Push them away from you so you open out through the chest. And then keeping that chest open, just lean forward until there's a nice line between your heel, pelvis and crown of your head. Hold it here. Good. Place your hands back into runner's lunge and take that right foot all the way back into three-legged dog. Good. And place that foot down. Let's change legs. Left leg up to the ceiling. Nice three-legged dog here. Push away from the ground. Then bring this knee through and place it between your hands. And come up. Keep that back toe buoyant. Good. Bring your hands to your heart. Big breath in, breath out. Well done. Breath in opens out your heart, sink a little deeper through that front knee, little back bend. Breath in brings you back. Make sure that that knee is over your toe when you're in this position. Breath in, breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Reach up with your right arm now. Stretch a little higher. Side bend over. Make sure that that front knee stays over the toe. Pelvis stays square. Big breath. One more time. Come back to the centre, find your runner's lunge and take this left leg back into three-legged dog. Take both feet back to down dog. Come down onto your knees here. Well done. Good. Sit back on your heels and bring your hands to your heart. I'm just going to do a nice open, the same as we've just done. Big breath in, big breath out. Draw the energy into that heart space. And again, big breath in. Gather up that energy. Bring it into the heart. Good. One more time, big breath. Find a little bit of back bend. Good. And bring it back. Good. Back to 4-point kneeling. And take yourself back up to down dog. Well done. Bring your right foot forward between your hands and cartwheel yourself up into Warrior 2. Good. Let's just do a quick check with Warrior 2. Knees over foot, back foot's in line with your back of your mat. You're looking through that middle finger, but really feel open through your heart here. Nice length between your fingertips. Brilliant. Hold this here. Good. And then take your front arm down and come over into Parsvakonasana. Reach over your head. Again, find length. Breathe in. On the out breath, just rotate and look underneath that arm. See if you can change this front arm to coming down the shin. And really find some connection here. So you're really trying to open through this top shoulder. Good. Bring yourself back to Warrior 2. Keeping the legs exactly where you are. Take your hands behind your back and clasp them. Open out through your heart. And then come down into a humble warrior. Just taking yourself into the inner part of that knee. Keep your back in extension and lower yourself down. Hold this position here. Good. Big breath in and out. Come back up. Push. Warrior 2. Cartwheel yourself back down. Let your back toe come up. Take this right leg back to downward facing dog. Good. Let's have a few breaths here. Big breath in, big breath out. Big breath in. Big breath out. Last one. Big breath in. Big breath out. Bring your left foot through and come up into Warrior 2. I'll actually just change sides so you can see me. Good. Find length here, knee over toe. Be open through the shoulders. Good. Really feel strong in the legs. Push away from the ground. And bend your front arm. Take yourself all the way over the top into this Parsvakonasana. So there's real connection between your fingertip all the way down your side body and pushing away from the ground with that foot. Big breath in. On the out breath, just open out so you're looking up to the sky. Change that front hand if it feels okay to do so that the hand comes down the inner shin. Hold this position here. Find length, find connection, find control, and breathe. Good. Bring yourself back. Legs don't change at all. Drop the shoulders. Get a nice strong head. Take your hands behind. Clasp them the odd way. And then open out your front of your chest. And then come down forward into your humble warrior. All the way. Lift the hands up to the sky. But stay open through the front of the chest here. Keep pushing through the ground as you come back up and find warrior two. And then cartwheel your hands back down, tuck your toes, come back into your downward facing dog. Well done. Let's have some nice controlled breathing here. Good. And then come down onto your knees. Good. So we're going to come into side plank now. So you're going to turn your left foot and come up to side plank. And then come back down with control to 4-point kneeling. Turn your right foot and come up to side plank. And then come back down to 4-point kneeling. Let's do this again. Turn your foot and find your side plank. This time lift the right leg and take the right leg behind you and then open out just into the early wild thing here. Keep pushing away from the ground. Push the hips up to the ceiling. Find some extension, but don't find any nipping in the back. Keep your tummy tight. Come back through to 4-point kneeling. Let's go to the other side. Turn and lift. Take the feet behind and open out through the heart space. Push through the hips and look up to the sky. Imagine that sunshine radiating down. Beautiful blue sky. Bring your hands back down into 4-point kneeling. Tuck your toes and come back up. Bring your hands to your heart. Big breath in, open out. Lift into a little back bend here. Breath out. Again, breath in. Push the hips forward. Little back bend. Breath out. Gather in the energy, bring it into your heart. Good, open out. Push the hips forward and then bring it back in. Good. Take yourself back down to 4-point kneeling. You can do exactly what we've just done a moment ago. So your 4-point kneeling to the wild thing we've just done. Or we can go a step further. We can come out into plank pose. Good. Find your plank and then come over to the left and open out so you're in side plank. Then you take your top foot behind you and push up to the sky for wild thing. Really push those hips forward, open out your heart, open out your shoulder, feel that sunshine. Be in your smaller version if you want. Good. Coming back over with control, either to 4-point kneeling or to plank pose. Turn both feet to the right. Lift your left arm up. Take that left foot back and open out into wild thing on the opposite side. Pushing away from the ground, opening out through the heart. This is a beautiful heart opener. Let your body sing here. Good. Bring yourself back to plank pose. Good. And back into downward facing dog. Lovely. Bend through the knees. You can either walk your feet to your hands, or you can hop. If you're going to hop, bend your knees generously, look forward and hop. Half lift, flat backs, and then just melt down and find your forward fold. Find some stillness here in forward fold. Have your knees bent. And let yourself just completely relax. Let your head be soft and heavy. And let your hands find your feet or find the ground. And just spend a moment here. And then open out your hands. Bring yourself up. Big breath in. Big breath out. Bring hands to heart. Center. Well done. Okay, so we're going to do dancer pose now. So if you want to find a wall that will help you, then please feel free to do that at home. So we're going to start with our right leg. So bring your right leg up forward into modified tree. Take that right foot behind you and take hold of it and find some length through the front of this leg, a quad stretch. Good. And then just change your hand grip to the inside. And with your front hand, have your eyes gazing into your palm. As you push that back leg away, just bring your body forward. Find some extension through the body and try and keep your back leg in line with your body. And I've just got my hand here, which is just helping me, just to show you at home how you can do this. Hold in this position. Find length, keep pushing away the leg away from the ground. And breathe. Find openness and release. Bring your hands back to your heart space. Just wait here for a moment. And we will do the other side. If you don't want to have a wall and challenge the balance a little more, feel free to do that too. Bring this left foot up into modified tree. And then take it back into a quad stretch. Tuck your tailbone underneath. Then find the inside of your foot here. Lift your hand, gaze into that palm as you lift the back and open out the body. Good. Hold this here. Find the connection. Find the concentration, the focus. Good. Keep working, pushing the back foot away. Lovely. Open out the heart. And when you're ready, bring yourself back to Tadasana. Good. Just reach your arms up to the ceiling. Find length through the whole body. Big breath in, just do a little bit of a backward bend here. Breath out. Take your hands behind you. Big breath in with a little bit of a back bend. Breath out. Take your arms back up to the sky. Breath in. Side bend, breath out. Reach through those hands. Breath in. Breath out. Reach through the hands in the opposite way. Come back to the center. Bring your hands to your heart. Just find stillness here. Close your eyes and feel grounded through the feet. Feel open through your heart. Feel that prana going down into your lungs. Every breath in. every breath out. Take your feet a little wider. Have your toes turned out. And we're just going to go down into Malasana, Yogi Squat. So just bending your knees, bring yourself down as far as you feel you can, and just stay here for a moment. Just stay nice and focused on your own practice. Being really present and really grateful for your practice that you've just done. Coming down onto your hands and knees. And come down into a seated posture here. Just put your hands on your knees. If you need to sit on a block, then feel free to do that at this point. We're just going to again take a nice deep breath in. Just let our hands drift back, breath in. Open through our heart space. And breath out. Curl round, a little like cat-cow. Breath in, push your arms back, open out through the heart. Breath out. One more time, big breath in. Big breath out. Well done. Just let's have a lie down now onto our backs. And just come back into our feet together and arms in cactus arms here. Close your eyes and just feel that you are melting down into the ground. Hopefully those shoulders feel as if you can melt a little further here into the ground. And bring your knees, leave your arms, but bring your knees back together. And take your right leg over your left knee. And then take both knees over to the left. Try and keep that right shoulder blade down and feel some nice rotation through the body. Every out breath, feel a little bit more movement, a little bit more available stretch to you. Don't force anything. Come back through the centre and let's change sides. Take the left leg over the right leg and take the legs over to the right now. Keep this left shoulder blade down on the ground. If this stretch feels too much for you, just go back to the one we did right at the beginning with knees parallel but together. On those out breaths, find a little bit more if you can, let go a little more, and that will give you a little bit more stretch. And come back to the centre and let both legs come out long. And bring your hands down by your side into Shavasana. Your final resting pose here, our most important pose. Make sure that you give yourself the whole time in this pose. Palms facing up. Just settle yourself down into your mat. Close down your eyes. Staying in this position. Let's see if you can really relax through the body. As you don't change your breath, but as you breathe in, feel the air going down into that heart space. And as you breathe out, that rib cage just falls slightly the air comes out very passively. Breath in, breath out. As you breathe in, you are nourishing the body with everything that it needs. As you breathe out, see if you can let go a little more. See if you can surrender your body to the ground that's supporting you that little bit more on every out-breath. In to nourish, out to let go. In to nourish. As you breathe out, let that heart space sink forward. As you allow the shoulders to release further down into the ground. Trust the ground that's underneath you to support you. Let your hips release. Let your whole body become very heavy. Concentrating on your breathing, breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out. The thoughts come into your mind, just let them drift past and bring your attention back to your breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out. Every out breath, let go a little more. If you would like to stay in Shavasana a little longer, then please do. If not, just waggle your fingers and toes and slowly bring some movement back into the body. And slowly bring yourself up into a seated position. Sit on a block if you need to. Take your hands down to the ground. Take a big breath in. Breath out, bring your hands down to your heart. Take your thumbs to your third eye and we'll have kind thoughts. To your mouth for kind words and to your heart. This time of year that is so bountiful and beautiful and vibrant. Let our hearts sing at this time of year. See the beauty of nature that's around us and let that nature nourish our heart. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.